What's good, you guys? Another video, another GBL League match. So I have today Gallade lead with Muck and Swampert. And it's so funny because this team, it brought me the first two sets. I was super positive. I went 5 out of 5, then went 4 out of 5. And then the last two sets, I went 0 out of 5 and 2 out of 5, which was to me was actually quite funny because it was all up because they were bad leads and they all had my counters at the back. But anyways, we'll continue on the video, and I'm actually pretty happy with this team. It was really good. At the end of the day, it did bring me back up to the 2200s, and I kind of tweaked a bit this team for the next set that I'm gonna do tonight, because I did really well with almost the same exact team. I just changed one of the Pokemons for something else. But in the video, you see that Gallade is here with Venusaur, and Gallade is actually this is a positive matchup for Gallade. And they have a Greninja, my opponent, and props to him for having a Greninja because I think he was the only one that was running this Pokemon. Greninja has Night Slash, I believe, and yeah, I think that's the only move that I know for Greninja. So yeah, it's super effective, and yeah, both of Greninja and Machamp at the back are weak to Gallade. So yeah, it's game over right here. Yeah, so this team was actually pretty fun to run, and it would definitely do it again. And actually, last night, instead of having Gallade as the lead, I put Swampert as lead, which made more sense because Gallade does answer the call for Venusaur. And I swapped Muck for Abomasnow, and I think it's a little bit more consistent. So that's the only thing that I tweaked. So here we have Venusaur versus Gallade, and this is very positive for Gallade. Not sure why my opponent stayed, but anyway, they overfarmed. They have enough for a Sludge Bomb right there. Yeah, so Gyarados will deal neutral damage if he Aqua Tails me, but Crunch is not going to be very effective. Yep. And my Muck is actually pretty high ranked, and so it can tank. I could take a lot of hits. Big sludgy tank right there. Here, this Venusaur has enough for Sludge or Frenzy. Yeah, so Frenzy would take more damage. Would give me more damage to my Muck. Here, he should have enough for another Frenzy or a Sludge Bomb. So he goes for a Frenzy Plant. But I just keep farming all the way down. And at the back, he has a Charizard, which is perfect for me because I have a Swampert still healthy. So I'm trying to overfarm as much as possible. Trying to bait all his shields, and he doesn't shield that one, but he did shield the first Frenzy Plant. So here I just go for close combat just to see what he's going to do, and he does shield that one. So here I have a super healthy Swampert, and it's game over for him because even if he Blast Burns or Dragon Claws or whatnot, it's not gonna take me out. So the first match is game over, and we win the first match. Awesome. So we go to the next one. Yeah. So this time we face Dave 3. All right, day 3. So also, since I'm uploading this on Sneasel Day, how are your guys' Sneasel encounters? I actually encountered like 32 Sneasels right now. I'm not done with my tasks. and I have no shinies, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's kind of sad. But here we have Empoleon versus Muck. Actually, Empoleon does win if they keep shielding, because they do get to their Hydro Cannon a lot faster than Muck. But they don't shield this one, and his Empoleon is super low, so I just wait for my clock, and I believe I go for Gallade. Oh, I go for Swampert. Okay, which makes sense because the Mudslaps are super effective. So I do farm just a little bit, and then they see a Venusaur. But I do have to stay in, because if I do switch to Gallade, then he's gonna switch back to something else. So I do shield this one. I go for Earthquake. This will do a lot of damage, way more than 50% if he doesn't shield. That's awesome. Switch to Gallade, and they have a Gallade at the back as well. So this is actually pretty tough, actually, because his Gallade is actually higher health points than me, and I had to make sure I gotta get rid of this Gallade ASAP. And this is what happens when you have two Gallades. We simultaneously KO. And thankfully, because he used his Frenzy Plant before and I shielded it, he was probably one away from another Frenzy Plant. So that was a good game to my opponent. That's awesome. All right, and yeah, this team comp was pretty good. I used PV Poke to see how good it would be in consistency, bulk, and whatnot. It's actually very bad in bulking stats, because Gallade is really glassy, so even like a Frenzy Plant could almost KO it, like more than 50%. But it's all good. It's pretty consistent overall anyways. The rest of it is all Bs in consistency and coverage and whatnot. So the Empoleon is gone, and they swap out to Venusaur. And this Swampert is going off the chain right now. Not sure why my opponent did not shield that Earthquake. Probably thought I was gonna bait, but I don't think I would have baited anyways. So now his second Pokemon is super low, and yeah, I shielded that Sludge Bomb. I got it correct. Yeah, so that Venusaur is probably at like 1 HP, so that swap is definitely not gonna do much. And here they probably go to a Blast Burn or Dragon Claw. Okay, Blast Burn makes sense to get rid of my Pokemon. So I have Muck at the back, and Muck does alright against Charizard, since Muck already has really high health points. Yeah, so I just go straight for Dark Pulse, and this should almost KO the Charizard. Actually, it does KO the Charizard, and yeah, that Venusaur has, yeah, that Venusaur has no more points anyways. Yeah, so Muck does resist most of the actually it does, yeah, it resists the Sludge Bomb from Venusaur, the Frenzy and the Grass, of course, but Frenzy Plant would deal a lot more damage, I believe. So here we see a swap to a Empoleon with my Swampert. So this is very positive for myself, but I do have to shield Hydro Cannon. Swampert does not like Hydro Cannons due to its ground typing, even though it's also water. So yeah, I had to shield that one. I actually go for Hydro Cannon just to see if they're gonna shield, and they do shield. Both shields are down. I shield my last shield right here, and I go for Earthquake, I believe. Yeah, because it takes Empoleon about 4 fast moves to get to his Hydro Cannon. So here he has a Machamp, so I go and chip in and just go for a Hydro Cannon just before he takes me out. So that's already 50%. So I go for my Sludge. Yep, go for Sludge Bomb. Sludge does a lot of damage to Charizard. Not Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, I should say. Here he has enough for Blast Burn, but Blast Burn would not take me out. Oh, it does take me out at range. Never mind. But yeah, the confusion on the Gallade is like super crazy. Yeah, and here is just game over. I wanted to make sure that the Machamp didn't have enough health, so he does. We do see MP tie, but a Rock Slide or a Cross Chop at that range for Gallade is not enough to KO me. So good game, opponent. And that's it, you guys. That was my 5 out of. So I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.